All right, so if you're getting into a tub surround that has a window, this would be a great time to plan ahead and order a window so that you can replace it when you actually tear out the tub surround. So this old existing window, I mean, they put some kind of obscure tape over it, which looks really ugly. The seals are broken in it. Now you could possibly get this window repaired, getting new glass in each one of these sashes, but it really is going to cost just the same amount to buy a whole new window. And once you're at this stage, we have everything basically gutted, it's just easier to replace. So we're going to go ahead and replace this, and we're going to move into waterproofing around it. So it's really tough because you want to order, especially a custom window, which this is definitely a custom window. It's tough to order these in advance. And a lot of times you don't want to be gutting the bathroom before you get the window, because sometimes it could take 3 to 4 weeks to actually get a window in. So when it comes to measuring, now I already have obviously everything torn out of here, but when it comes to measuring, you kind of have to measure from both sides to address what you're looking at. So, you know, basically from the inside here is pretty easy. Now that everything's out, I got about 17.5, but when I had all of my tile in here, I was showing 16 inches. I'd say it's pretty safe to be able to add on another 3/4 of an inch on either side, because most of the time you're going to have backer board in your tile, which equals 3/4 of an inch on either side. So 1.5 inches added on to your dimension from the inside, and then from the outside you want to double check yourself, see what that measurement is to make sure, because if there's brick outside, you know, you need to adjust for it. But what I had ordered, so this is actually a 17.5-inch window, and the height is 37. So I actually just ordered a 18 by 36, because that's just kind of a common size. And then I have a header that will actually expand the top header another 1/2 inch, so, or an inch or so, or actually you could take even more than that. So usually the height can be adjusted very easily. It's the width that is actually something you really want to pay attention to. So from flashing to flashing here, I have 16.5, and my brick is showing 19. So I know that an 18-inch window is going to work here, and I'll have plenty of room, because I really don't want to have to readdress my outside metal work. Not a bad idea to do that, but in this instance, all I'm doing is replacing the window. So just as long as my window can be pushed right up against these two side flanges, that'll work. And then the height, again, I had to go to 36. We're showing 37. I'll be able to make that up with the header on that. Okay, so you want to make sure that you close your latch, because that'll keep everything kind of square. So let's go ahead and check to see what this even looks like. You know, and I'm probably just going to put a new piece of flashing up there on the outside, because that's quite a bit. Yeah, sits pretty level that way. Pretty plumb on those existing flanges. So this is your most important thing. Okay, so we're gonna use a white silicone, 100% silicone. So we're really not trying to recreate the whole entire wheel here. We're just gonna basically install this existing trim back on here. And you know, honestly, if I was redoing all the windows, I'd definitely replace all of the flashing, but we're really just doing kind of like a repair here in a sense. So it's not pretty, but here there's the outside of the house. Basically just got everything sealed. Now we can go ahead and do that spray foam on the inside of the window. All right, so we got the outside all set. Now we're going to do some spray foam. This is really the best way to insulate the window, but make sure you get the window and door kind, because the regular stuff in the red can will expand out too much and it could possibly, you know, move that window or cause problems. So this stuff is made to not expand and kind of move anything. But I'm going to take this top board out of here because this isn't going to really help us here. Okay, so I could slide a 2x4 all the way in here, but then you'd have a big hollow cavity right here where cold air can come in. So that's why I'm going to do the insulation first, because, you know, wood doesn't have a very good R value. You know, even though all these studs and everything, I mean, it just doesn't have the same R value as the spray foam. So we're going to put the spray foam in first. We want to match this side over here, which is 1 3/8. So if I just add another piece of 1/2 inch board, and just anything that comes out of here, we'll just cut tomorrow. So, but that should be good. Now we'll be able to get our board straight up against the actual window and seal against that, but don't touch any of this stuff until it dries. Then you can scrape and make sure there's nothing on the window.